President Trump announced Wednesday that he was working to ban institutional investors from buying more single-family homes. He wrote on Truth Social, "For a very long time, buying and owning a home was considered the pinnacle of the American dream. It was the reward for working hard and doing the right thing. But now, because of the record high inflation caused by Joe Biden and the Democrats in Congress, that American dream is increasingly out of reach for far too many people, especially younger Americans. It's for that reason and much more, I'm immediately taking steps to ban large institutional investors from buying more single-family homes, and I will be calling on Congress to codify it. People live in homes, not corporations."
Now, some of the firms that operate single-family homes include Blackstone, Invitation Homes, America Homes, For Rent, Cerberus, and Platinum Partners. The New York Times notes that American institutional firms owns about 4% of single-family home rental properties. Trump's proposal has certainly had populist appeal for some time, but Wall Street will likely push back. Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren reacted to the news on X, writing, quote, "Donald Trump has not yet lifted a finger to bring down housing costs for Americans. I've been advocating for years to limit Wall Street from buying up America's homes. Enough talk. Trump should start with getting his own party in the House to support a bipartisan bill to bring down housing costs that passed the Senate unanimously. And Congress should work on legislation to stop corporate investors from buying homes." And Senator Chuck Schumer wrote that Democrats tried a similar initiative last year, but Republicans blocked it.
Meanwhile, the right was more optimistic. Senator Josh Hawley wrote on X, "This is a terrific idea and long overdue. I will gladly introduce this bill in the Senate." And editor of Large County Highway, Walter Kern, wrote, "Opening back up achievable middle-class goals is the effective antidote to the Mamdanis and their ilk. They won't like this for that very reason." I see no criticism here.
This is my best policy that Trump ever came out of his mouth in the last. Oh, no, I'm 100% for this. And let me break down exactly why. As somebody who bought a home during the pandemic, there was a lot of investors that were coming in buying up properties because they were really low interest rates. And so as somebody who was really trying to buy my first home and take on this big initiative as starting a family, which is one of the big precursors toward building middle-class American wealth, I saw institutions in real time skip over inspections, pay $10,000 to $50,000 higher than asking price. It's not even worth the house cost because they were going to go in and renovate and sell it and drive the market up. So if they bought like 8 houses in the neighborhood that I'm at and I bought the one that didn't get bought over asking price, now you are making it harder for the average American to come in there because you're rising all the price during these low interest rates because you want to take advantage of the low interest rate rather than the average American. And so I think it stops competitiveness. I mean, it drives an uncomfortable market where people can't even afford to buy homes. And people we're selling this American dream in our country, but making it completely inaccessible by allowing all these huge Wall Street firms to buy up all the homes when they're at decent prices before jacking them up and escalating them and kicking people that are the average everyday American out of the process because they can't afford it anymore.
So you found something Trump did that you like?
I love it. I said, again, I will give it, and I can't understand why you don't like this. As somebody who, I heard you, I would maybe eavesdrop it. You said you might be looking for a house in the coming years. I know that's something that might be on the agenda for you. Not eavesdropping, we sit right next to each other, but that was exciting to hear about that. Now, you wouldn't like it if all of a sudden you found that BlackRock owned 3 houses on the block. And so 6 months before you started looking, they were going for $500,000. But now that BlackRock bought up 3 and remodeled them, now they're going for $700,000. You wouldn't be so thrilled about that, would you?
First of all, if Elizabeth Warren thinks something is a good idea, I'm against it every time.
Just because?
100% of the time, automatically. If Josh Hawley's in on it too, I'm even more skeptical. This is socialism. The government.
But Trump is in on it too.
Well,
so
Trump's a socialist then. The government has no right to stop anyone from buying homes.
It's not anyone. This is a big company. It's not anyone.
They can't stop. What's the difference? It's a company.
That's what the president said. He doesn't want companies buying homes. He wants people buying homes.
Companies are made of people.
Yeah, but companies are buying them just to jack up the prices.
I don't care.
Well, I do care because I want everybody to achieve the American homeownership dream if they'd like to.
Okay,
and they're making it inaccessible for folks.
On housing is a government constraint, not a market constraint. There's an artificially constrained supply of housing in this country because there's too many restrictions on builders, where they can build, what they can build, how tall the buildings can be, all that kind of thing. The investors, this group of people who are going to be prohibited, they don't own a significant chunk of the market. We said it was 4%, and that's just for it's not significant. The constraint is on the building side. It's not. Also, that why is that bad that they could buy, if they're going to buy the homes, fix them up, make them nicer, and sell them for more, then the richer people go to those homes, and then the homes the richer people would be living in are freed up for people who aren't as rich.
No,
so
a lot of people
can't
can't even afford the house, and then these same corporations that own the homes are jacking up the rent prices. So they're just constantly putting money before people. And although these companies should buy any land that they want to buy and all the things, when you're talking about actual homes and people trying to purchase their first home and you're beating them out of this game because you have the money all the way up front because you're a corporation, or you're paying way more than asking price just to outbet the neighborhood so that you can wait to raise prices, this is all just like taking away the American dream for people that want to have home ownership, which leads to wealth in this country. So if you'd like a country where people cannot achieve wealth and only a few corporations can hold all the money in hoarding, then that's great. And I know that you want people to be able to do what they want, but I think that that's not the way that the best America could move forward.
I think it's
can
a conspiracy
create opportunities
theory,
for
honestly.
Americans to buy homes.
I think this is some real kook stuff. The idea that shady businessmen are buying up all the property, and it's just not true.
What do you mean?
False.
I went through the experience in Colorado of watching companies pay over asking price, and the people were like, "I'm sorry, they're going to pay $50,000 more," and I'm like, "Well, I just am not in a position to do that when this house wasn't appraised for that much. I won't come out of pocket $50,000 more because this company is competing against me." So I just took an L on the house that we really wanted, and I got a house that I ended up loving. But I was sold that was my house. I was devastated about it. And they're just like telling me in private, like, "Oh, yeah, someone else came in. They said they want to pay this much over." And that's not.
That's how it goes when you buy a house.
Yeah, but I don't.
Somebody.
I don't want it to be. I'd rather a company. I'd rather.
So you're trying to limit
person,
competition.
No, I would rather a person.
Competition.
I'd rather a person compete with me and have an opportunity for American wealth than a company continue to compete with me that's owning 4% of the market.
And it's sorry to Mitt Romney this, but companies are people. They're composed of people. It's not like a robot trying to take all the housing.
I don't like it. I agree with Trump here. So get in line with your MAGA friends. It's time to get rid of these policies that allow corporations to just buy all the stuff.
Goes to show that Trump is
Mom Donnie.
Is a socialist. Yeah.
Well. So how can they support him? What happens next? That's we'll have this whole other conversation.
And what's next is we're taking ownership stakes in companies, and we're going to we've wrecked the economy, and the economy's very bad, and Trump's very unpopular. So keep doing more socialism and see what happens.
Let's just switch chairs right now.
I guess. Got more to talk about on Rising? Stay with us.